The Good Morning Show starts now.
All right, it is 5:33, and we're getting this second half started off. And we're over, the hump from yesterday.
Yeah.
It has been nice
So
beginning of the
nice.
week.
So nice this week.
We're hoping
We'd like
some
this to
continuation.
continue.
That
Yeah,
would
we'd
be
like
so
this to
nice.
continue.
Oh my gosh, it's been great the past few days.
Now, there are a lot of folks that are out there saying, Rob, when's it going to rain?
Right, that is true.
My lawn needs a little help, Rob,
Yeah.
and I feel you. Maybe tomorrow we catch some showers. Maybe. I think the chances are getting a little bit better for that. But that's tomorrow. Today's first today. And I still think we're going to have a pretty nice setup out there today. Real comfortable to get started. Love these numbers in the 50s here in the middle of May. Usually by this time of year, we're talking a steady diet of 60s and starting to get closer to 70 in the morning with that muggy feel. But we don't have that this morning. Instead, a continuation of the last several mornings where it's that comfy cool, I like to call it out there, and it should stay that way for at least the first half of today. And even this afternoon, it's going to get a little warm, maybe a little bit more humid, but it's not going to get crazy. I don't see anything along the radar picture across the Gulf Coast. I do think I'll expect an increase in clouds later today and tonight, and I do think tomorrow that chance for some showers is going to creep back into the mix, but it's just a chance for scattered showers. Not everybody gets wet. Today, I think we're talking everybody in the mid-80s. I'll break down that full forecast in just a bit.
We begin this half hour in Georgia. A sheriff is denying race had anything to do with his deputies performing a traffic stop and drug search on the bus of a historically black university's lacrosse team. But the video the sheriff's office released of the incident contradicts some of his own statements. Nakia Carrero reports.
They told us.
Delaware State University's lacrosse team was traveling home northbound on 95 April 20th when the Liberty County Sheriff's Office says deputies pulled them over.
Marijuana is still illegal in the state of Georgia.
Liberty County Sheriff William Bowman says racism wasn't the cause.
Due to the nature of the detail, a K-9 was part of the stop, and an alert was given by the K-9. Before entering the motor coach, the deputies was not aware that this school was a historically black or aware of the race or the occupants due to the height of the vehicle and the tinted windows.
I definitely felt it by the accusatory tone of the police officer. And while talking about narcotics, he went straight to marijuana.
But it was what happened next that shocked the bus full of players.
And they told us that they were going to be checking through our luggages. They didn't ask us, they told
Sheriff
us.
Bowman denies that.
No personal items on the bus or person were searched.
But the video shows a different story with deputies going through their stuff.
We're going to y'all's luggage, okay? If there is anything in y'all's luggage, we're probably going to find it.
The deputies did not find anything illegal in their search. The sheriff's office says an internal affairs investigation will determine if the deputies acted appropriately. In a letter, the Delaware State University president says the school is exploring options for recourse, legal and otherwise.
All right, staying in Georgia, special state income tax refunds paid out of Georgia's historic budget surplus will begin this week, but it may take until early August for everyone to get paid. Governor Brian Kemp announcing the start of the $1.1 billion refund plan yesterday. Kemp persuaded lawmakers to agree to the refund as he runs for re-election. The law will give up to $250 to single filers, up to $375 to single adults who had a household with dependents, and up to $500 to married couples that filed jointly. Now, no one can get back more money than they paid in state income taxes.
In Florida, families of victims and survivors of the Surfside condominium collapse have reached a nearly $1 billion settlement. 98 people were killed when the Champlain Tower South collapsed in the early morning hours of June 24th. Victims range in age from 1 to 92 years old. Insurers have agreed to a proposed $997 million settlement. However, the judge still has to approve it. The settlement doesn't end any possible criminal charges.
And in consumer news, people across the region are shocked by the price of gasoline, some taking detours just to try to save a few bucks at the pump. As our Jacqueline Harrell reports, on her way to cover this story, she saw prices change from roughly $4.20 per gallon in Tallahassee to as low as $3.79 in Thomasville.
We buzzed through the gas station. With it being across the line, we're able to save a little money.
For Tallahassee resident Kelly DeSalvo, it's routine to get gas across state lines. She says with an opportunity to save up to 50 cents per gallon, the trip to Georgia feels worth it.
It's fortunate that we live so close to the border that we can cruise over here and get a little bit discount on our gas so we can go play in Thomasville.
DeSalvo says recently she's had to make hard decisions when it comes to filling her tank up or just halfway due to rising gas prices, a decision she believes a lot of people are having to consider these days.
To fill this car, it's $60 as opposed to half a tank is $30.
Georgia's prices are lower after the state is waiving its gas tax through the end of May. In Florida, some relief will come in the fall. The legislature passed and Governor DeSantis signed a measure waiving the Florida gas tax in October.
There's a 39-cent difference between average gas prices in Florida and in Georgia.
5:39 now. Tallahassee resident Patrick Martin has just opened a new micro market on the campus of the Department of Health. This after he says he lost his original business due to a deteriorating eye condition. Martin was helped by a state program for the blind. Our Brandon Spencer caught up with him yesterday and has more on how it's changed his life.
Business owner Patrick Martin has worked in the food industry for more than 25 years, but after complications with his eyesight, he thought his career may be over.
They said it's time for an eye test. And I looked into the eye thing and realized I couldn't read most of the lines. And it was pretty disturbing because it was unexpected.
Martin was diagnosed with a disease called startiness that slowly made his eyesight deteriorate. But then he reached out to the Florida Department of Management Services and the Blind Services Business Enterprise Program
that assists visually disabled, legally blind individuals to basically run their own company and to be an asset to society.
Martin underwent almost 8 months of training before being awarded this micro market.
That class covers everything from business management to marketing to learning all the policies and procedures of the BEP program itself. It's a very extensive program.
Selling meals, snacks, coffee, and some workplace essentials.
It has everything. It's multiple coolers and freezers. It has the coffee machines. It has the full kiosks that are you scan everything, so it's all self-checkout. You have microwaves, you have toasters.
Giving him the opportunity to continue to do what he loves.
To be able to stay in the same field that I've been in for the past 25 years is truly a blessing.
Living his dream, one sale at a time. Reporting in Tallahassee, Brandon Spencer, WCTV, Eyewitness News.
Martin is planning a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the end of the month. All right, it is 5:41 right now, and we're checking in with Rob on the weather right now this Thursday morning. How's it looking, Rob?
You know, we are continuing this really nice run of weather that started back on like Saturday after last Friday's storms, but things are going to start to change a little bit today and a bit more tomorrow as we start to change the wind direction, increase the clouds and the humidity a little bit, maybe even find some much needed rain chances. Don't want to go a week at a time or more between rounds of rain. We don't want those big showers, big storms like last week, but it would be nice every 3-4 days to get a decent soaking of rain. Maybe we can find our next chance for that tomorrow. It's a maybe. I think for a lot of us this morning, going to start in the middle and upper 50s, so comfy cool still. And this afternoon, we'll probably top out in the middle 80s. We likely will start to notice a small uptick in humidity, but not a big one. We'll notice more and more humidity over the next couple of days, and some of that energy from out in the Atlantic starts spilling back our way. Here's some of the numbers around the region. Got a lot of mid-50s out there. Look at all the 55s for Quincy and for Camilla and for Thomasville and Valdosta and Perry. Homerville, Live Oak, Cross City all at 54 this morning, so definitely still comfortable out there. Not a whole lot of wind just yet. That breeze today is going to turn more from the east, and I think as that happens, we do start to cook up a few more clouds, so expect to see a little bit more in the sky than we've been seeing over the past couple of days. Tomorrow, especially I think later in the afternoon, Some scattered showers to be expected, but not an everybody gets wet widespread kind of rain. But let's bump those rain chances up to like a 50 or 60% shot, so a better chance than it was looking like maybe yesterday for tomorrow's shower activity. And then I think as we get on into the weekend, we'll keep some chances around. We'll keep some clouds around. We're going to notice more humidity, and I think things are going to start getting warmer. We'll check on that with the longer range forecast in a bit.